Minecraft is literally the perfect medieval game, and with the mods that I'm going to recommend to you in this video, you are going to be mind blown. So sit back, relax, please like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's just get into it. Alright, the first mod I'm going to showcase is called Handcrafted, and it aims to make your house a home. It adds fantasy, medieval, and steampunk feel with a vanilla-friendly decor, as you can see here. The crazy thing is that it adds over 250 furniture pieces from chairs, tables, counters, and more. It is truly one of the best decorating mods out there, especially since it really matches the medieval feel, you know, and the Middle Ages sort of thing. I love how it adds these trophy heads and these tables and chairs. Not only are they functional, but they look pretty good as well. Before I forget to mention, you can also stack certain items like this berry jam jar. There's also a bunch of bowls and cups that you can put, and then you can actually put real food on them if you want to as well. For example, let's put this cooked steak on it, and all you gotta do to eat it is right click on the plate again. I don't know if you can eat from the plate, but since I am in creative, it will just pop right out. Personally, I am such a big music lover, so this Immersive Melodies mod allows us to play custom melodies on various instruments. All of these instruments, they contain 25 bundled songs that all sound, you know, the same. It's the same melodies, but on different instruments. For example, let's play a Hunting We Will Go. Now we try it with the trumpet. The best part is that even when you're holding it, you really look like you're playing the instrument yourself. It comes with a trumpet, a triangle, a piano, a lute, a flute, I don't know what this is, didgeridoo, and a bagpipe. Moving on to LEAWIND's third person point of view. I'm pretty sure you noticed, but this isn't what the normal F5 does. This is not what it looks like usually. So when I press F5 again, I literally have a new and improved third-person perspective. I can change the position of the camera. And this is when I enter aiming mode, which allows me to actually attack or do various things while staying in third person. Moving on to Lucky's Blocky Siege, it adds a lot of siege weapons to the game. For example, we have these giant saws that we can use to craft the different weapons. We have a roaster, we have a ballista, we have, you know, the cannonballs and a cannon. We also have some explosive barrels that we can also shoot. We have a mortar, a giant mortar shell, and a big cannon. So let's try and spawn an enemy and see how these weapons or machines will behave. Okay, let's say we spawn a piglin. It's going to attack it. Oh well, it's dead. So the ballista attacked because it has its bolts. The roaster needs some flint and steel. Cannons obviously need gunpowder, and you know, the cannonballs. Same thing goes for the mortar. And same thing goes for the cannon as well. I also forgot to mention that it also adds this brazier, this crusher that can crush your enemies. Ooh, deadly. And this new type of wood, as well as these reinforced blocks that are, I think, impossible to break, but I'm not pretty sure. Next, we have Medieval Deco. It's not a big mod on its own, but it adds a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few useful items. For example, it adds these barrels that you can use to store water, a full stack of salmon fish, or a full stack of raw cod. These are all the blocks that it adds. It also adds these signs, but I think they are kind of useless because we already where is it? Here? We already have these hanging signs that Mojang added recently. Our other mod is called Meds and Herbs, and it adds a big variety of herbs that you can turn into poison or medicine. This mod can also be very fun to play with other players, whether you're on a server or not. It adds these medical kits and first aid kits, this incubator, this distillery thing, a mortar and pestle, and a fermentation barrel. It also comes with a few guidebooks as well to help you navigate through the mod and to find the recipes for each, poison or medicine that you wanna make. With all that being said, this mod also adds a variety of other mechanics like the ability to bleed, to break bones, to have burns, to get parasites, and, being poisoned. MoreBlox is a mod that focuses on medieval elements such as food, crops, and mechanics. It adds a lot of storage barrels that have different visuals depending on what you put in them. For example, I put a lot of amethyst shards in this barrel, and it ends up looking like there is actually amethyst in this barrel. As you noticed, you can put these barrels like this. You can put them like this. Now, if I want to fill it with something, for example, let's go and fill it with, let's say, raw copper. It's gonna look like it has raw copper. Same thing for iron, same thing for coal, like I used right here, and that is it. Now, Reldas medieval armor adds amazing looking medieval attire that add great detail. As you can see, this mod is also compatible with the Epic Fight mod. These aren't just clothing, these can be used as armor as well. For our next mod, it's called Astikor Carts. This mod adds a lot of carts, and it is compatible with the Terraformer craft. For example, this is a supply cart, this is an animal cart, and this is a plow cart. So obviously this is used for storage. You can also sit in the back or sit on your horse, so if you do have a friend or you're playing on a server, this can be very handy. It contains an inventory worth of 2 chests. You can place whatever you want on it, and it will show. This is an animal transport cart, which will make your life much easier if you're trying to build a farm, get villagers, and stuff like that. You have to sneak and then right click to open this menu, and then you can put house, put other tools, and it will do it for you. For example, I want to make all of this area ready for farming. I just walk with my horse. Look at it. It does all the work for me. Yeah, I think it's super helpful, especially if you're gonna make giant terrains or, you're gonna farm a lot. Plus, it always adds seeds. Another interesting mod is called Armor Statues, which unlocks the full potential of armor stands. I don't know why it's shaking, it's probably a bug or a compatibility issue with my shaders, but let's just ignore it. So if you click on the armor stand, if you shift and right click, you get this menu. You can literally adjust the position, the rotation of every body part. You can also select from pre-built-in poses. It has various style settings. You can name it, show its name, show the arms, make it smaller, make it invisible to only showcase the items and not the armor stand itself. You can also remove the base plate, remove the gravity, which means if we break the block right below it, it won't act as if it won't respect gravity like the usual armor stands do. So I'm gonna show the arms, and here are other options that you can also choose from. And I'm going to equip it with a sword and make it wear diamond leggings. I think this is perfect, especially if paired with one of the medieval armor mods. This is it for the armor statues mod, and let's move on to the next mod. So Breezy is a mod that adds hot air balloons like this one and atmospheric wind. You also can spot some wind particles like I am doing right now above ground, but they're mostly found on mountainous regions. So this air balloon can be ridden and flown. And the way to do it is you right click so you're on it, and then you want to use your flint and steel fire to make it fly. It might take a couple times. The thing with this mod is that you unfortunately cannot control the direction, so you have to watch out for the wind direction using this little gadget. So if your hot air balloon wants to descend again, all you gotta do is just fill it up with flint and steel again. This gadget kinda works like a compass telling you which direction the wind is going. But yeah, so if you're, well, you've had enough and you just want to get down, what to do is right click on it with sand, and as you can see on top I am adding a bunch of sandbags. To remove the sandbags, all you have to do is use shears. Our next mod revolves around a campfire. Yes, it does not add any objects, no other blocks, just allows you to change the time at a campfire by right clicking, and let's say chose that. And since, well, I have my game rule to not change the daylight cycle, but if I disable it, it's going to work. This mod was also inspired by The Legend of Zelda. Now, when we talk about medieval times, I often think of poverty, prisoners, you know. So this mod, called Cuffed, adds a bunch of handcuffs, lockpicks, a bunch of keys, prisoner tags, let me show you, even a pillory, a cell door that is impossible to break, a key ring, an empty box for to put items that you can repossess, you know, like stolen items, etc. And we also have reinforced bars. For example, I have this villager that's trapped in my prison. Yeah, and yeah, no, I have a dungeon below my house. So we are going to use this keyring on this padlock. Oh, I think I threw away the key. Oopsies. Okay, so the padlock is locked now. Unlocked. Well, first of all, You really shouldn't use it. You really shouldn't use it. No, 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 no. Okay, fine. You come out. You can come out. I think I traumatized him. Alright. He won't come out anymore. But, so... yeah, he doesn't like me very much anymore. But, yeah, padlocks are usually for chests and not doors, because you can already lock the door with a key. And I think the handcuffs cannot be used on entities or mobs, and only players, so this also is multiplayer compatible. So let's go in. Let's lock it because I don't want my prisoner to escape. We can also... I don't know if this is usable because I haven't had the chance to try it with someone, but I think it's a pretty cool addition, even as a decoration on its own. Our next mod is here down below, where I built a bunch of rooms. It's called Fantasy's Furniture, and it adds a bunch of fantasy themed decoration, blocks, and furniture. Every block is functional as you would expect. If you have chests or wardrobes, dressers and stuff, they'll be used for storage. You can sit on every chair, and all beds are sleep friendly. Of course, the lights actually add light. The oven works just like a furnace. So yeah, and it also adds a lot of stackable items and decoration, such as these teacups. This is not stackable, but can we stack the bowls? No, we cannot, but I think we can put food on it, depending on, you know, if you have mushroom stew or something like that, you can actually put it in there. We also have a huge chest on top. We can also put books in the bookshelf. And yeah, so this is the first room. This is the second room with other decor. This is a replacement for the oven. You can actually cook stuff here. Let's go to another room. This one has a bit of gothic theme to it. As always, still remains functional. This is the royal style, a lot of gold as you can see. And we also have a wither bone. And normal bones. And finally, we have this super chic looking type of decor. And all the furniture work. They're very compatible with a lot of mods, and I don't think they cause any problems. I truly do recommend this mod. You guys should really check it out. Dazed in the Middle Ages is a mod that adds a mixture of Middle Age and Viking Age decoration blocks for building in Minecraft. Here are all the blocks that are available, but beware, some blocks are only exclusive in creative mode, which means that if you're in survival, you cannot craft certain items. But don't worry, this mod is still in development, so if the developer likes, they would probably add more features and more decoration. Epic Fight adds complex game mechanics and fighting styles to the gameplay. This mod also adds a lot of skills and stamina, so if you try to fight, you can get stronger. Oh my god, as time goes on. That's not what I tried to do, but it's very hard to play in third person. I'm not really used to it. Let's take a sword for example and look at the animation. Already on its own, you can see that it adds bending knees and hand and arms. There's new animation such as the sneaking animation, the flight animation, and I'm also guessing new animation for swimming as well, and also for landing. Alright, now if we try and grab a sword and fight our little target dummies. Ooh. Oh wow, have you seen that? Alright, now we can have 2 swords at once. If you use certain items like this glove or dagger or let's say long sword or any of the epic fights item they find there, they also provide you with a different animation. And as you go on and learn and get more skills, oh wow, it's still getting damaged. That's pretty powerful. You will also unlock new animations. Oh my god, that was powerful. This is the axe, and I also destroyed a block. And this is the glove. So literally, we can start a boxing competition now. No, literally win against everybody. As you have noticed, my HUD looks pretty different, especially when I point to entities. You can see that it shows me which entity, and it shows me which entity I'm looking at, and it shows me its health and stuff like that. It also shows me the armor it's wearing. And this is a mod called RPG-HUD, which changes the heads-up display. You can find it right here, and it's fully customizable. For example, I'm going to change the HUD type from vanilla to simple. And let's see. Now you can see my health, my hunger. This is not all, okay? This is very customizable. You can go here. Let's do default, but I cannot see a difference, so I'm just gonna let the clock be as it is. I can also add widgets, like, you know, my player face. You can also customize the position that you want your face to appear in. There was also a system time. It can show the time of your real computer. You can turn this on or off to inspect entities. For example, now it's off. Then if I turn it on, I can see again. Player experience as percentage. So this is the experience. So basically I have like 71% before leveling up to level 1. There's also another thing, yeah, a compass, which can be very helpful with coordinates to make sure that you know exactly where you are. Makes it easier for teleporting, or, you know, so that you don't get lost. For my own taste, I don't like a lot of clutter, so I'm just gonna leave it at vanilla. And this is it for the RPG-HUD mod. Epic Knights is a mod that aims to make players feel like they are medieval knights by adding a bunch of sets of armor, new banner patterns, 8 new types of shields, and a lot of new weapons that have special features like increased range. Also provides some armor for horses. Also adds these medieval weapons. Have a variety of new attack speeds and damage and other new features. It also adds the ability to craft steel, and you do that by putting an iron nugget ingot into a furnace, or, you know, a blast furnace. Let me just put it that way. And there you go. Now we got a steel ingot. Target Dummy is a mod that adds a dummy or puppet for training. It also shows damage when it's taken. And it can also be equipped with armor. Small Ships is a mod that obviously adds ships with galleys. It also adds an inventory. As you can see here, I have a lot of cannonballs for my little cannons. And yeah, it is a great wave transport. Paragliders is a mod that adds a paraglider, obviously, and it's inspired by Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's such a fun wave transport, and I love the animation that it adds. So, Villager Recruits is a mod that adds the ability to recruit villagers, to command them. It adds a configurable team creation screen, and also an entire wall of commands. You can also add players if you're playing on a server to your team and command them. So, to get the recruiters table, all you gotta do is find a Fletcher or a weaponsmith, get them to level 2, and then the option to buy a bowsman table or a recruiter's table will appear. For that, you will need a lot of emeralds. So after that, when the villagers... oh my god. Scared me. The villagers that are going to pass by these tables are going to be transformed into recruiters. And then to hire them, all we gotta do is go up to them, hire. Let me just hire everyone I know. Man's screen, and there you go, we have it. They all are following me. Now if I tell them to raid something, I don't know, they're all going to start and act, oh my god, in a very unfriendly way. But yeah, so if you would like to create an army, this mod is definitely going to be very useful for you. Not only that, but it's also fun to watch and to play with. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you soon, and bye!